Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. We are on episode 4, I'm pretty sure, and I think we might be able to upgrade. I'm not 100% sure. Let me double check. Nope, we can definitely not upgrade. But last episode, we had a little bit of problems screwing over that guy with his classic truck. This episode, we are going to just keep working away. I know it's a little bit of a grind, a little bit of hard work, a lot of time and effort, but we did see our first result. We got ourselves a repair bench with a bottle of beer. We got a couple bolts and washers, electric drill, some spanners or some wrenches. Don't know. Something in the box. A vise. Another vise over there. Some duct tape and some masking tape and some bins and all these fun gym jams. This here, if you open this up, oh, look, this is where we can check things out inside of there. This does absolutely nothing. But yeah, this is where you get to use the path test. And we also have same path test. So this allows you to bring your car into here and check some things out with the suspension and such, and fall down into here. But I guess you can't actually go into there. It just looks like you can. But yeah, it's kind of cool. We have this extra room and a repair bench, which is kind of sweet. A couple mirrors on here so you don't whack into the walls and other things. So without any delay, we are going to see what we got here. We have a Myoveni Urse, which is some sort of SUV, and a Reno Piccolo, which I think we've done one of those already. Let's do this one here. I don't care what the order is. Knocking sound coming from suspension, general running gear, control and repair. We haven't done this one yet, so we are going to see what we can do and hopefully come up with something pretty awesome. Where's this one from? This one is from New York. And we have some rot and rust everywhere from the salts of the great state of New York that they use on their roads. So we're going to move the car over to our hoist and have a look-see at what we're dealing with here. So we need a rear shock absorber cap, a sway bar rear end link, and rear shock absorber A. Alright. Bunch of rear shock absorbers. Rear shock absorber A. I already see, that's the one thing that I have a problem with. I have very bad short-term memory. Rear shock absorber cap. Grab one of those. And there was something else, but I don't think it's anything we can... Yeah, sway bar rear end link. But I think that is a specific to this vehicle. Sway bar rear end link. No, it's just standard. Cool. Get a nice little mix of music here. So let's put this up on top of here and lift up. Whoa. Oh no, I thought that piece right there was glitching through the door. It is not. Alright, let's get to our vehicle here and we will do some overview mode, see exactly where we're working here. So there is our cap that's blown. This is our shock that's blown. We also have a whole bunch of problems going on over here. I'm going to remove all that stuff and replace it after our whole truck situation that we were dealing with didn't work out so well for us. So we're going to take all this off and see if we can replace it all. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of stuff here. So our rear spring is pooched, yeah, 13%. Rear shock absorber cap, 12%. And spring cap, 11%. Jeez. Sway bar link is horrible. Rear suspension arm. Yeah, we got some serious problems on this, whatever this is, Ford Explorer looking thing. Rear suspension arm B. Seems to be in pretty rough shape too. 12%, 11%, 12%. Yeah, I can kind of see why you're having some rough suspension problems here, my friend. We can't get that off, it's attached to the other side. We need to take off all of these things here. So it's a lot bigger job than it was listed for. We might end up losing some money here, but I think we will get a happy camper out of the deal. Why can't I remove that? Oh, yeah. Duh. What am I missing here? Alright. Just slowly working away and getting all these things off of here. Still can't get that off. What? Oh, I know. There's a little gentleman inside of here that we need to remove. There we go. Forgot to remove the wheel bearing hub assembly. And we will take off the rubber bushing. And there we go. That's off of there. We have to take off the shock absorber. Yeah, there's some serious work that needs to be done on this rear suspension system. Rear spring seems to be fine. Spring cap seems to be fine. We need to take off this sway bar end link, which means we have to take the wheels off, which is fine. I think that's rear sway bar. Yeah, 14% on that guy there. Alright, everything else seems to be okay under here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. We have to figure out exactly what we took off and then go back over there and order some more. That's rough. Okay, so we need... Let's go with our inventory here. Okay, so we need rear sway bar B, which I think we already... Okay, so where did we start here? We started with... Okay, so right here, rear shock absorber cap. Might help if I actually made notes of all these things, because this is quite a list of things that we have to do. So I just got my phone. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just make some new notes here. So we have rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap. Done. Then we need new rear spring. Done. And then a new spring cap. Done. And then sway bar rear end link, which I think we already got that there. Do we need two of them? You know, it doesn't hurt at this point. Sway bar rear end link. Not lonk. Link. Alright. And then we need... Wow, look at all these bad parts. Rear suspension arm A. Arm A. And then we need another rear shock absorber. Rear shock absorber A. Rear suspension arm B. B. And then we need two more small rubber bushings. Two of those. What else do we need? Rear suspension upper arm. Suspension, upper, arm, rubber bushings, rubber bushing, and then another small rubber bushing. Hey, look, our brake calipers and brake pads are fine, and brake discs are fine. That's good, that's good. We need a rear axle knuckle housing. Rear axle knuckle. Housing A. How many rear shock absorbers do we have here? Rear shock absorber, just one, so we need another one of those as well. Wow, this is quite the thing. Shock absorber, and then a rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap, and then we need a rear sway bar end link. Sway bar. Oops. Can't spell. Bar end link. Sure, this is super stimulating for everyone. And a rear sway bar B. Alright, so this is our list that we need. I don't know if you can see any of that. There you go. So that's all the parts that we need to grab off of there. So let's quickly run over to the computer here and see what we can pick up. I can't believe I had to do that on my phone. That's a lot of things. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. So we need a shock absorber cap, rear shock absorber cap. We will buy one of those. And then we need a rear spring. Rear spring, we will do that as well. And then we have a spring cap. We'll grab one of those. There's gonna be some doubles here because that's just the way I took them off. Sway bar rear and oops. Sway bar rear end link. Sway bar rear end link. Grab one of those. What's next? We have a sway bar. Oops, no, sorry, you said that one. Rear suspension. Rear suspension arm A. Grab one of those. What do we have now? Rear shock absorber A. Grab one of these guys here. What else do we have now? Rear suspension. Oops. SUSPN arm B. Alright. Rear suspension arm B. Small rubber bushings. I think we need 3 of those in total. 2 there and 2 more. So yeah, so sorry, 2 there and 1 more. Small rubber bushings, 3 of those. Rear suspension. Geez, can't spell today. Suspension. Okay, so we need rear suspension arm upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm. There we go. Add that there. What do we need, Hal? A runner? No, we already got the runner. Rubber bushing. Small. Oh, we just need a regular one. Rubber bushing. Regular rubber bushing. Grab that guy there. Next on our list. What do we got here? Rear axle. Knuckle housing A. Rear axle knuckle housing A. That there. Then we need our rear shock absorber. Rear shock absorber A, assuming. And then we need absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap again. What else do we need? Rear sway bar end link. Rear sway bar. Jeez. No, that's right. Sway bar. Rear sway bar. End link. Maybe that's what I'm looking at there. Alright, and then we need a rear sway bar B. Jeez, it's taking all of our money. But you know what? We're not, well, you know, we're not going to make it all back, but we're just going to sell all the junk we have here to make a little bit of it back. Not much, 57 bucks. Okay, back over here and let's start assembling everything that we can. Alright. Can't forget to put the little duder that's inside of the what's it called here, the wheel hub. I'm gonna put that wheel hub bearing inside of there, and then we can install the drive axle. Screw that in there. We have to install the suspension arm with the rubber bushing and the rubber bushing, small rubber bushing, so that's installed there. Definitely looks a million times better already. Rear suspension arm B with some brand new bushings as well. Gonna install these two gentlemen in here like that. We have a small rubber bushing that needs to be installed there, which is fine. The suspension arm A needs to be installed. That guy there was in horrible shape, rotted all the way through. Alright, let's get back over to the front here. Install some rotor onto here. Our rotor was in decent shape, which was nice. I'm gonna put the brake pad back on. Brake caliper with the caliper cylinder can go on there and install. And then we have to put in rear suspension arm here. 3 bolts on this side here to install that, gentlemen. And we have to put the bushing in with its mounting bolt. Now we can put the shock back in here. Put that in there. Done and done. And now we have the rear sway bar, which we will install. That thing was in horrible condition. Okay, so I can't really see. We're really zoomed in here. There we go. See a little bit better now. Okay, so we're going to put the sway bar end link in, which was also in horrible condition. Install that guy there. Now I'm going to put the bottom of the rear spring in, put the spring itself in. A new one of those guys. And then we have the upper shock absorber cap. I think that's everything. Okay, so you put the wheel back on with the off-road tire. You know what? I'm not even going to torque these down correctly because I found out it does not matter at all if you do a torque down correctly or not. Let's reassemble this side over here. There wasn't as much, if I recall correctly, it needs to be reassembled. We just have to put the spring caps back in, the spring itself for the shock absorber in, and we should be pretty good. I don't think there's too much other than that, and just like the tie rod or whatever. Brand new shock absorber done. Put our rear end link in there. I think that was it. Put that guy back in there. 4 and 5. Alright, let's see what we have to do left. 1, 2, 3. General running gear control and repair. Alright, so we still have 2 rubber bushings we're missing. Those are the biggest pains in your butts. We need to figure out where these rubber bushings are to put those in. It is somewhere in here. Where are the rubber bushings? How's this rubber bushing look here? Oh man, as I said, it's very dry in my house. Let's check out that rubber bushing. 76%. That one was fine. We'll put that back in. Let's see this rubber bushing here. I have to take that off. Which I can't until I take that off, which I can't. Oh man, that's a big pain in the butt. Let's see if we can just do this one. No, all those were good. Install that back in there. That's fine. So there's still 2 rubber bushings that we're missing. I guess we'll take this off of here. See if we can figure out exactly if it's that guy over there on that side. Okay, rear suspension arm's fine. Rubber bushing. Nope, that one's fine too. Let's try this rubber bushing. 7370. That one's fine too. Rubber bushing. don't know if we did this one or not. 75%. 76%. We already did that. Rubber bushing. Rubber bushings. These are the worst. You don't really know. I remember the one time I took off a fuel tank and I forgot to put the fuel pump back in and I couldn't figure it out. I felt like an idiot for like 20 minutes. Okay, well, it's obviously not any of these things, so we're going to put all the rubber bushings back in. It's got to be on the other side, something that we missed. Don't think it's this guy here. On 75%. Alright, let's put this guy back in there and hopefully we can get all these things put back together. Pretty sure that's everything from this side. There's got to be something that we missed on the other side. I'm not sure exactly what we did miss. Unless there's something in the front of the car. Pretty sure that's everything. We're not missing any more rubber bushings that I can see. There's obviously no rubber bushings on the drive shaft. Okay, let's go to the other side and see if there's something over here that we are missing. This rubber bushing. There we go, there's one. Oh, I just need a regular rubber bushing. Okay, so I'm short a couple rubber bushings here. Let's check this one out here too. I can't take that rubber bushing out for some reason. Because I'm in mount mode, not dismount mode. Alright, there we go. There's our 2 rubber bushings. Let's go and order those 2 rubber bushings. Sorry that took so long. That was kind of ridiculous. Bushing. Rubber bushing. You know, I'm going to order like 10 of these things. I don't have to worry about them for a little while. Because they are a bit of a pain when you get down to stuff like this where you have to like troubleshoot kind of. Okay, suspension. Install. So we have this rubber bushing here. Perfect. And the one right behind there. Perfect. And yeah, we should be done. So let's check. So knocking sound, that's all done. Running gear, all those are done too. Perfect. Finish order. 9,300 bucks. Not that bad. Cool. So we're doing good. Can we upgrade anything yet? No, we cannot. We're getting there though. We need another 39 more XP. So that's not bad. You can see up here what XP we need to get to level 5. What do we got here? Successful repair chance raised to 55%. Unlocks tire tread tester. Don't really care about that, to be honest. This is cool. The tablet, you don't have to run to the computer anymore. I might get that one. I might get the tablet. Okay, let's see what we got for another vehicle here. Anything new? Ooh, Mazda RX7. So we got an FD3S here. What do we have? Car is hard to control. Suspension is rattling. Sure. Nice. Whoa. It's definitely a Canadian car, even though it says it's from Georgia. No. That's Canada rust right there, my friends. Let's move this to our hoist and have a look-see at what we're dealing with. Haven't worked on an FD yet, so if you're wondering, FD is just the chassis code of an RX7, so you don't have to say, like, you know, like a 92 RX7 or an 87 RX7. You say FC or FD. It's like, you know how they make, like, Honda Civic's been out since, like, 1977, and it's 2017, so it's 40 years of a Civic. Instead of saying a 88 Honda Civic, you can say an EF. Or you can say 1992 Honda Civic would be an EG, or a 97 would be an EK, or like a 2002 would be an EP. It's just a chassis code, so you're not going through it. Or like certain Camaros, like F bodies, stuff like that. It's easier than having to say a whole big thing. Short form, I guess. Anyways, back to reality here. We have to repair. We got here a couple link cables, stuff like that, for the suspension. And that's pretty much it. So we have to raise this gentleman up into the air. There's a lot of dubstep taking place right now. Alright, so we got some suspension work here. I don't want to work on that. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with here. We have an inner tie rod that needs to be replaced, which means you have to replace the outer tie rod, which means you have to take the tire off. So we'll take the tire off. And the rotor pads, that's all seems to be okay. Brake pads actually might be going on this car. So outer tie rod, sway bar, front end link A, inner tie rod bar, sway bar end, rear end link, and steering rack and inner tie rod. There's the outer tie rod. And then we have the inner tie rod. Steering rack we can't take off yet. Front end link A has to be taken off because that is rotted through. Do we have to take off the front sway bar? Not 100% sure if we have to do that or not. Doesn't seem to be. So let's head over to the other side here and pop off this rim and wheel. Alright. Geez, that rotor's seen better days. That's not part of the job today. What are you doing? That's not what I meant to click on. Alright. Steering rack out of there. Alright, so let's start. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod, 2 inner tie rods, and an outer tie rod. 2 inner tie rods and an outer tie rod. Two, 1, perfect. Back over here, see what else we need. Sway bar end front end link A and sway bar front end link. Alright, so we have sway bar end link A. Front sway bar. Did I miss something here? Sway bar front end link and sway bar front end link A. There's only one sway bar front end link. That's doesn't make sense. Sway bar front end link, sway bar rear end link. Whoops. Not paying attention here. Sway bar rear end link. Boom. Alright, sway bar front and rear end link. What else do we need to grab here? I already did the inner tie rods, and we need a steering rack. Keep hitting the wrong button. Steering rack. Steering rack. Done and done. Okie dokie. Let's go back to some assembly here. Add some parts in here. So we're going to install our brand new fancy schmancy steering rack. Put that onto there. What else do we need to do? The inner tie rod on this side needs to be replaced. And then the outer tie rod. Bolt that guy into place. Install our barely legal rims and tires that are in very rough shape. But that's what they asked for. We'll go over to the other side here, work on this suspension. Okay, so we will install the inner tie rod. the outer tie rod. That's not what I want to have at all. We have to get a different outer tie rod because that one's not in good enough shape. Tie rod, outer tie rod, done. And back we go. Outer tie rod, where are you, my friend? You are right there. Boom, yes, bolt you into place. Install the sway bar front end link A. Alright, and we will put the wheel assembly back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I don't think there's anything else I'm missing here. But there could be. Who knows? Let's investigate. Sway bar rear end link. Ooh, ooh. What is that there? A wheel hub. Sway bar rear end link. Steering rack. There's our front sway bar. Front end link. Sway bar, sway bar, sway bar. Try the other side here. Front end link. Where's the rear end link? Sway bar rear end link. I guess it's... We're looking at the back of the car here, maybe. There she be. There she be. Whoops. Sway bar rear end link. Rear end link. Sway bar rear end link. Purchased. Let's quickly get back here and pop this wheel off of here and take that son of a gun off. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Sway bar rear end link, where are you? You are right there. Come to me. And then we will replace that with a new one. Oh, I already had 2 other ones. Oh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Alright, so that's all done. Suspension rattling. We need 2 wheel hub bearings, which we could see when we were up at the front of the car doing the diagnostic there. So we need some wheel hub bearings for an FD3S. Hub bearing. Wheel hub bearing, I guess it's just regular wheel hub bearings that are universal. Alright, so I think we need to take the wheels off to do this, so we will do that quickly. Alright, wheel hub bearing, wheel hub cap. Please come off of there. Pain in the butt. Wheel hub bearing, gone. New. Wheel hub bearing. New. Done. Wheel hub cap. Back on. Wheel. Back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Done. Other side now. 3, 4, and 5. Take off the wheel hub cap. Pop this finicky little bastard off of here. Wheel hub bearing. Install a new wheel hub bearing. Done. Put the cap back on. Put the wheels back on. And I think we are done. So we got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all completed. And then 1, 2, and 3 all completed. Gonna give us $2,335. Should be over 10K. $10,628. Let's check our toolbox. We are allowed to upgrade our point. So I really like this tablet. That way we don't have to walk all the way across the shop to get to our computer, which can be a big pain in the butt. Just time consuming, especially with people with really bad short-term memory like I do. You just kind of flipping between the menus versus having to run to the one side and run all the way back. So I'm going to unlock that right now. Just kind of quickly check to see what some of these guys here are. 100% faster screwing and unscrewing, that's nice. 100% faster part examination. That's pretty good right there. Expands your garage, adds another lifter, warehouse, and other parking spot to your garage. How long until we can get to go to the junkyard and such? This is cool. Successful repair chance raised to 85%. Expand your garage. Good to be lucky. Examine 20 parts for when you're first seeing a car. That's pretty cool. It's very cool. Alright. See, we can't go to the car auctions yet. We can't go to the junkyard yet. Abandoned airport. Which car to take? Well, I don't have a car to take. See, we can go to the car dealership. This is kind of cool. While that's loading, I'll show you some of the cars you can buy. They change. They're different every time you come in here. Sometimes they're really high-end cars. Sometimes they're just, you know, lower-end stuff. So you can buy these cars here. You can buy this car for $249,960. It's a FMW Panther Super Sport. It's kind of cool, I guess. 584 horsepower. You can buy this little tiny gentleman here for $91,000. Still way more money than we have. You can get this horrible looking SUV for $222,000. Looks like we got a couple little hatchbacks here. This is that Audi A3 looking guy here. He is $134,000. And here's a Royale Bianco Eco Turbo for $93,000. There's nothing really upstairs. You can't go into any of these doors or use a water cooler or anything like that. But hopefully the devs will update some of this stuff. I have seen people online with Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I'm pretty sure those must be custom because I never seen anything like that. But so you can go leave the garage, just head back there. So there is a bit of grinding left, guys. I'm not going to say there isn't when there is. So let's head back to the garage here and see what we can do. Can't wait to get to the junkyard and buy junkyard cars. But yeah, I don't, to be honest with you, I've never made it to the junkyard. I've never made it to the auctions or anything like that. I think we need a car to get over there. It's probably the best way that we can do that, but we need to save more money to get a car. I'm not sure if there's another way to yeah, see, this is just body shop, interior shop, license plates, tires. You can't type anything into these guys up here. They don't give you any options. But that's pretty cool. We got some goals to work towards. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did, as always. And if you liked the video, just hit the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I hope you have a good one. See you later.